Babs, very happy Wednesday to you. How are you? What are we doing? Help me at the quarterback position.
Yeah, and let's start off with Aaron Rodgers, right? Last couple of games have not been good for Rodgers, averaging 13 fantasy points in his last two starts. I was surprised that he did not have a better stat line last week against Seattle. That game was a dog, but I think he bounces back against the Minnesota Vikings. He's thrown for 23 touchdowns with just 2 interceptions in his last 11 games in Minnesota. So I think Rodgers bounces back. And I like Joe Burrow. Coming off the bye, he's been playing at a pretty high level this season. 20-plus fantasy points in 4 of his last 5 games. He's got the Raiders this week. They've allowed 3 quarterbacks to score 20-plus points against them in Las Vegas, including Jacoby Brissett, who, of course, is a backup. A couple of other quarterbacks I like. Tua Tagovailoa against the lowly New York Jets. And Superman is back. Cam Newton start him against Washington.
Yeah, Tua Tagovailoa, Cam Newton, and you also listed Justin Fields in your article, all 3 of whom are probably on your waiver wire. So if you need a replacement for Matt Stafford this week, you can probably go get Tua, Newton, or Fields this week. Now, at the quarterback position, who should we be aware of and sit this week?
Carson Wentz, I liked him last week. Stinker. I mean, 2 weeks in a row, the Jaguars defense actually played pretty well against quarterbacks, but now Wentz has got the Bills, all right? This is a defense that you did not mess with a, let's just say, mediocre fantasy quarterback, right? Their defense has given up just 3 touchdowns and an average of 11 fantasy points per game to quarterbacks at Orchard Park. That's not good. Wentz is a fade for me. In fact, I'd be dropping Wentz in some leagues because the schedule is pretty bad down the stretch. And then Kirk Cousins. This is more of a beware than a hard sit. But have you seen the Packers defense lately? In their last 3 games, they've played Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, and Russell Wilson. Those 3 quarterbacks combined scored 25.1 fantasy points. That's not good news for Captain Kirk. I'd also beware Russell Wilson, who has actually struggled in his career at home against Arizona, and Daniel Jones is a sit him on Monday night.